katalonski predsednik Carles Puigdemont, ki zdaj živi v Belgiji. Posebej za odmeve se je s politikom, ki mu v Španiji grozi kazenski pregon, pogovarjal Adrian Bakić.
Mr. Puigdemont, your campaign for the European elections is in full swing. One of the first places that you visited is Slovenia. What is your main goal?
Well, the main goal is fighting for democracy, not only for Catalonia, because fighting for democracy in Catalonia now means fighting for democracy in whole Europe and denouncing the abuse of the rule of law on the fundamental rights committed by the Spanish state. We are fighting also for European democracy, and it's important to give that message all around Europe.
And if elected, what do you think? What will happen? Do you think that Spain will let you be their representative in the European Parliament?
No, actually, to be a member of the European Parliament doesn't mean to be representative of that country. You are elected and you represent the whole European society. So this only concerns my voters. If they voted for me and for my list, and my colleagues and me, we be elected in the next elections, we will act as a European MPs.
If we look at the recent general election in Spain, it has changed political landscape in Spain slightly. What do you expect from Mr. Pedro Sánchez to do to act regarding the Catalan issue?
I think the best important thing is we expect is to know what is exactly his project, his political project for Catalonia, because we don't know nothing about its Catalan agenda, because it's quite the same as the former Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy agenda. So it's time to know if Pedro Sánchez has or not a clear project, and he wants to discuss. If not, we are ready to discuss, to dialogue. That is absolutely necessary to do in order to solve political conflicts.
You've been in Belgium now for more than a year. How are you looking now to everything that has happened in October, November 2017? Do you think that your government was ready enough for an independence back then?
Yes, my government was ready, but we didn't expect such authoritarian, violent, and anti-democratic reaction from the Spanish state. It was unbelievable, because we tried to express our will, our future, to decide our future only through democratic and non-violent means. And we received a very aggressive and violent reaction, and that is unacceptable. So we were right, and we will win, and we will be recognized independent republic, but because we are in that path. But our commitment is to do that only with peaceful and democratic ways.
What would you say, how much connection or influence do you still have on decision-making of Catalan politics?
No, I don't want to have any kind of influence in the decisions of my government. My government has a president, ministers, a parliamentary majority, and their duty is to do politics and to govern Catalonia. And obviously, I am part of that political party. I'm a member of the Catalan parliament. So I continue doing politics, but obviously the decisions of the Catalan government are decided by the government, the executive, the cabinet, not by myself.
Your colleagues are still in prison, the trial is ongoing in Madrid. What do they tell you? What are their expectations? What is their condition?
Well, every day of the trial is a shame, because there is no crime. I was arrested in Germany. I spent 12 days in a German prison, and finally the German judiciary system decided I'm not guilty of the crime of rebellion, and they released me. Why in Belgium, in Germany, Scotland, or in Switzerland, no one has seen that serious crime of rebellion, and my colleagues are still in jail and still in trial for a crime that doesn't exist? So that is a shame. And every day it's clear there is a fake trial. It's a political construction. It's nothing to do with justice. It's a revenge.
What about the atmosphere in the European Union? Brexit is a major topic. It has shown that the connection to the European market is very important, and potentially Catalonia, if independent, it would go for a while out of the European Union. Would that worry you? How do you see everything that's happening in Europe now?
Well, Catalonia is a very pro-European country. There is a huge consensus among pro or against independence people in favor of Europe. So there is no question. And secondly, the only way to be out of the European Union is in case if Spain recognizes Catalonia as an independent republic. But if that happens, that means an agreement. No one recognizes, as for example the case of Eslovènia shows, no one recognizes another country without an agreement on assets, borders, citizenships, etc. and common interests. And the best common interest for both sides is to remain as a member of the European Union. Is absolutely unbelievable. It's out of reality to see an independent Catalonia outside the European Union.
Would you expect a stronger support of the official Slovenian politicians towards the Catalan issue?
I'm not here looking for political support from the Slovenian government. We tried to win the European elections, and from the European Parliament do politics, and to talk with politicians from all European countries. Our goal is to achieve a main knowledge on Catalan crisis before the recognition. So that is my goal.
Mr. Puigdemont, thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.